Into some hot water with Star Wars fans. Welcome back to Council Meeting, the full review segment of Tie Town Reviews, where we look at movies and TV shows and compile positives versus negatives and just decide, does it get key to the city or shun in exile? When this bad boy hit theaters in 1977, critics were mostly like, whoa, what is this space wizardry? It got heaps of praise for its groundbreaking special effects, the adorable droids, and that wild cantina scene full of aliens that looked like they escaped a bad acid trip. Roger Ebert himself called it an out-of-body experience that was innocent and funny like a fairy tale in zero gravity. Not everyone was force choked with joy. Some snobby reviewers dismissed it as juvenile fluff.
He's not wrong.
Not real sci fi, but more like a shameless space fantasy that skimped on intellectual depth. It was a surprise smash starting in just a few theaters before just exploding like Alderaan, becoming the highest grossing film until E.T. phoned home. Audiences lost their minds, kids didn't blink for hours, lines wrapped around the blocks. George Lucas wept dollar sign shaped tears of joy, hiding, thinking it was gonna flop. There it is, the original, the classic, the now immortal, first ever text crawl for Star Wars! Cut to the action immediately. A massive Star Destroyer chases a tiny rebel ship, the Tantive 4, over Tatooine. Blasters blaze, stormtroopers board like cosmic pirates, and we meet him, Darth Vader, striding in with his cape flapping and that infamous breathing. He chokes a rebel dude for info, establishing he's not here for tea parties, while Leia hides the Death Star plans inside of an R2 unit and records a holographic plea, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." R2 and C3PO jettison in an escape pod because droids don't count as life forms to the Imperials. AI writes. Anyone? They crash on Tatooine, a desert planet that's basically Nevada, just if Nevada was an entire planet. Mars, if you will. Tusken Raiders are lurking like angry nomads. Enter Luke Skywalker, our whiny protagonist, living with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru on a moisture farm. Yes, they farm water. Uncle Owen is buying droids from Jawas, picking up C3PO and R2 after another astromech explodes suspiciously. While cleaning R2, Luke stumbles on Leia's message, "She's so beautiful." While cleaning R2, Obi-Wan Kenobi, "I wonder if she means old Ben Kenobi." Luke, how many Kenobis do you know on Tatooine, kiddo? Cue adventure hooks. Luke tracks down Obi-Wan and reveals he's a Jedi Knight, same as Luke's father. Let the teenager angst really get going because now Luke finds out his whole life has been a lie. Obi-Wan hands Luke his father's lightsaber and immediately allows him to ignite it without showing him how to handle the quote elegant weapon. Then he drops some, albeit informational but now boring, Force 101, an energy field created by all living things that surrounds us, penetrates us, binds the galaxy together. So, not metachlorines. Luke has this epiphany that the Empire could track the droids back home, so he races home, but stormtroopers and Boba Fett have already torched the farm and killed Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru off screen. Forcing Luke to join the quest, they head to Mos Eisley Spaceport, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Mind tricks on guards, these aren't droids you're looking for. Then the cantina scene, a smoky bar packed with aliens, the practical effects are chef's kiss. Puppets, masks, that funky band playing jazz music, because I guess jazz exists. Anyways, Luke gets into the scrap. Obi-Wan slices an arm off. Yes. And they hire Han Solo after introduced to how quick and accurate his shooting is. Han is a smuggler with debts to Jabba the Hutt. Chewie is his Wookiee sidekick who growls like a walking carpet with attitude. They board the Millennium Falcon. What a piece of junk, they say, and jump to hyperspace toward Alderaan. They exit hyperspace and Alderaan gone. Turns out Darth Vader and company just used the Death Star to show off the power of the Death Star, blowing up Alderaan and all of Leia's family and people. Obi-Wan says that's no moon as the Falcon gets tractor beamed aboard the moon-sized space station. After hiding in smuggling compartments, our heroes sneak out in stormtrooper disguises, classic trope now. Obi-Wan goes off to disable tractor beams, while Luke, Han, and Chewie go off to save Leia. Leia is all sass. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? Lady, he will leave you there. Blaster fights ensue, leading to a trash compactor, squished by walls, attacked by a tentacle monster, and swimming in garbage. They escape, but then hallway shootouts galore, chasm swings, Luke and Leia Tarzaning across with a grapple. Obi-Wan confronts Vader. This is the film's back then and ultimately the franchise's first lightsaber duel. It's slow, it's deliberate, clashes like two old rivals fencing with these plasma blades. Vader, your powers are weak, old man. Obi-Wan sacrifices himself, but not before saying, if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Vanishing into the Force as Luke watches in horror.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
The gang flees on the Falcon, but not before TIE fighter skirmishes. Han's hotshot piloting shines here, zapping pursuers in a mini dogfight that is pure pew pew joy. Back at the Rebel base on Yavin 4, they analyze the plans. The Death Star has a weak spot, an exhaust port leading to the reactor. It is boring politics and yah-yahing, but the Empire's coming. They are tracked by a homing beacon. Cue the briefing, pilots in orange jumpsuits, graphics showing trench runs like a World War II mission, but in space. Luke joins the Red Squadron. Han bails after his reward, and the battle erupts. Space dogfights galore, X-Wings versus TIE fighters, lasers streaking, explosions just booming like fireworks. Vader joins in a custom TIE fighter, picking off rebels one by one. Trench run chaos. Dodging turbo blasters, wingmen dying heroically. R.I.P. Porkins. Luke's turn. Obi-Wan ghost whippers to use the Force, so he shuts off his computer, freaks out everyone at the base. But he does it. He trusts his instincts. He fires the proton torpedoes. Boom! Death Star go kablooey. Just as they had charged their nukes to kill the base. Han swoops in the last second to save Luke, saying things like, "You're all clear, kid." Shooting Vader off into space. Victory, medal ceremony. Leia awards Han and Luke. Chewie gets snubbed. Wookiee discrimination? Is it because he's an animal? Triumphant music swells. Roll credits. Just some special recognition and special recognition to negatives. Positives and negatives real fast. Groundbreaking special effects that still hold up better than some modern CGI disasters. Those model ships and practical aliens feel realer than most exes' apologies. Iconic characters, Han's swagger, Leia's backbone, and Vader's voice could make even a grocery list sound menacing. Final positive, John Williams' score is an instant earworm that turns everyday chores into epic quests. Let's dive into the negatives. Dialogue is cheesier than a pizza. Those aren't the droids you're looking for. Works, but some lines clunk together like a malfunctioning hyperdrive. Paper thin characters. Outside of Leia, the whole cast is who they are on the surface, with little to no real development. The closest we get is Han going from selfish money grubber to saving Luke at the end. Luke is a negative. Whiny brat behavior who sounds like a petulant child and not the hero of the story. Pacing in the first act drags like Luke on Tatooine. Too much sand and setup before the fun blasts off. Diversity? Anyone? It is 1977, so mostly white dudes in space with aliens as sidekicks. Chewie deserves better. Lastly, Alec Guinness. Looks like he's phoning in half the time, probably wondering why he signed up for a children's nonsense. The actor famously didn't understand what the movie was even supposed to be about. So, yeah. And your results. 4 gets
Exile!
Is this a terrible movie? I know it just got exiled. Is it a terrible movie? No. Is it as good as people let on? No. Did I have fun with it this time, even though I normally really dislike it? Absolutely. It's fun. It has great effects. It introduced the world to what would become the space opera of Star Wars. Like stated, while it's not terrible, it's not a masterpiece either. Being drugged down by pacing issues, horror dialogue that never really gets better, seems to be a trend for all Lucasfilms. At the end of the day, it's another first entry in a franchise that's just not the best within its own franchise. A snorefest for much of the time that is uplifted only by its amazing effects and space dogfights. I give it 2.5 exploding planets out of 5. Thank you all for watching. Put down in the comments how much you like or dislike this movie. Where would you place it in a ranking of the franchise? What do you think of Luke's whininess? What do you think of Alec Guinness seeming like he's just phoning things in? Put it all in the comments. Let me know how much you hated me giving me exile, but don't be hateful.
Princess, you have to take care of her.
I don't want to lose you the way I lost Vader.
You won't.
We have a new enemy. The son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
But you are not a Jedi yet.
Friends you have there.
They were in pain.
It is the future you see.
Will they die?
Prepare for ground assault.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
I love you.
That boy is our last hope.
No, there is another.